Shalom, shalom, kulam. This is Uziyahu Ben Yehuda of Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrew, AASH. Let's get into it. Part 1 was Afro-Asiatic. Part 2 was Shemitic. Part 3 is Hebrew. Part 4 is we are Israelites. We are Israelites, right? Israelite, a descendant of the Hebrew patriarch Jacob, a native or inhabitant of the ancient northern kingdom of Israel, right? So Israelite, a descendant of the Hebrew patriarch Jacob, a native or inhabitant of the ancient northern kingdom. Jacob, see, remember, Abraham was called Eber. That's Hebrew. So we have our Hebrew forefather, Abraham, which had Sarah. And then, Abraham and Sarah had Isaac. Isaac had a wife, Rebekah. They had Esau, which is the Edomites, and they had Jacob. Name was changed to Israel, hence the Israelites. You have the 12 sons of Israel, the 12 tribes, the 12 sons of Israel, right? Gad, Asher, Reuben, Simon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, Benjamin, Dan, Naphtali. Now, a lot of people talk about Judah, which is another word for Jew, right? But that's only 1/12 of the nation. If I say, yo, Moses, was Moses a Jew? No, Moses was from the tribe of Levi. So Moses is not a Jew. And it's incorrect to call the 12 sons of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, into one tribe. That's not being correct, okay? We got to make sure we're accurate here. You have Joseph, right? Joseph is not a Jew, but Joseph is B'nai Israel. Joseph is an Israelite. Joseph is a Hebrew, right? Abraham, Hebrew. You have the Hebrew Israelites. We are Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic, Hebrew Israelites, right? Remember, 1, we're Afro-Asiatic. 2, we are Shemitic. 3, we are Hebrew. 4, we are Israelites. Hence, Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic, Hebrew Israelites, right? So we are Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic, Hebrew. And I like to divide it up. First, we're Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic Hebrews, right? We have that. Then I like to say the second part is we are Edenic, from Eden, Edenic African Israelites. So then there's no confusion after I finish that. Some people say, bro, that's too long. That's redundant. But that's what I like to do so we don't play, so people can't play these games. We're Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic Hebrew, right? We're Edenic African Israelites. We're Northeast African, right? We're Shemitic Africans. So we're part of the family, y'all. So our African brothers and sisters, the conscious community, Pan-African, whatever, we need to update Africa. We now have to put the Middle East a part of that. And also, if you even want to talk about Nile Valley and Kemet, remember, it came from Mesopotamia, the origin of civilization, the origin of African or Afro-Asiatic or Black or melanated civilization is in what? The Iraq-Iran Kuwait border. Even in the scriptures, that's where Yah placed, that's where the Creator placed Adam. That's where he placed the man. He placed him on that soil. You know what I'm saying? The top half of Africa is Afro-Asiatic. We got to talk about it. So most of the religion, science, languages, cultures, information comes from Africa and Middle East, what we call Eden. First is Eden. Today, we call it Africa. So first, we given the respect of what it was called at the beginning, Eden. And Eden is paradise. You know, you can find paradise in the Middle East. You can find paradise in East Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, that whole Edenic Afro-Asiatic area. You can find it. You can find paradise there. You can find paradise in the Niger Congo area. You can find paradise on that continent. That's our continent. The origin of civilization is there. Adam and Hawa, Adam and Eve, they're there. They were melanated. They were Black. It's not a problem. We should feel comfortable with this. Let us all feel comfortable. Let us all speak the truth, okay? We are 1, Afro-Asiatic, 2, Shemitic, 3, Hebrew, 4, Edenic, 5, African, 6, Israelites. We are Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic, Hebrew, Edenic, African Israelites, okay? This should be Everybody should know this, regardless of your religion, your color, your creed, your background. Let's embrace this. We have opportunity now to go forth with in love. We need to be able to go forth now. I want people to share this. It's time to educate ourselves, okay? Now, check this out. It says, strictly speaking, it is incorrect to call an ancient Israelite, right, a Jew, or to call a contemporary Jew an Israelite or a Hebrew. The first Hebrews may have not been Jews at all, and contemporary Palestinians, right? So first, let's deal with Jew. What is a Jew? A Jew, a member of the people and cultural community whose traditional religion is Judaism, and who trace their origins through the ancient Hebrew people of Israel to Abraham. Remember, the word Jew is not a Hebrew word. Jew would be Judah or Yehuda. I don't know why they switched it up today, but for clarity's sake, anytime you see Jew, just think of Judah, Judah, right? And when you think of Judah, if you say it in the Hebrew, because there's no J in Arabic and in these Shemitic languages, it would be Y. So Jew or Judah would be Yehuda, right? Yehuda. All right. And remember, Yehuda is one of the 12 tribes of Bnei Israel. Bnei means children or the sons. And Israel, right? Bnei Israel, because in the scripture, we would call Bnei Israel, the children of Israel, the children of Israel. So Bnei Israel has 12 tribes, right? And Yehuda or Jew is one of the 12 tribes, right? Issachar, Judah or Jew, Asher, Zebulun, Gad, Simeon, Levi, Naphtali, Ben, Reuben, Benjamin, Joseph. These are the 12 tribes of Israel. And look, I always remember the 12 tribes. I used to have a problem remembering the 12 tribes of Israel, but I remember this song. Shout out to the Hebrews and the children who did that song. That's what helps me remember it. You know what I'm saying? If I find that song, I'm gonna upload it one time and just so we can all enjoy it and remember it. Issachar, Judah, Asher, Zebulun, Gad, and Simeon, Levi, and Naphtali. Then Reuben, Benjamin, Joseph. These are the 12 tribes of Israel. Do you know it? Yeah, I like that song. That's how I remember. So anyway, that's what Jew. So anytime going further, when we think of Jew, just think of Judah. Think of the ancient Judites or Yehuda. You know what I'm saying? The Yehudim. Think of them, right? And remember, they are one of the 12 tribes of Israel. And remember, children of Israel, Bnei Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, is Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic Hebrew, Edenic, African Israelites, okay? Now, Israelite is a member of the ancient Hebrew nation, especially in the period from the Exodus, right? 1446 BCE. And remember, Bnei Israel, the Israelites, the Yehuda, the Jews of that time was mistaken for and looked like the Egyptians. And we know that the ancient Egyptians look like they look like the Nubians. And then you look at the Nubians, they look like the Ethiopians. So you got the Ethiopians, you got the Nubians, you got the ancient Egyptians, you got the Israelites, you got the ancient Midianites. We all look the same. We all look burnt, black, dark, burned. You know what I'm saying? With kinky hair, big noses, all that. So this is history. You even have other European ancient civilizations, ancient nations that's in their ancient documents that spoke that we look like we was Ethiopian. We look like this, or they mistaken us. You even had Israel. They mistaken some of us as Egyptians. Some Egyptians mistaken Egyptians, but they was Hebrews. So this is known knowledge, y'all. Do the research, man. We have to, come on, y'all. It's 2020. Eyes open, clear vision. Let's deal with it now, okay? So, going forth, anytime you hear so-called African-American, we're not. We're Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrew. So going forth, we need to find a way to change our title. We have to change it from African-American to Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrew. I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm gonna need y'all help so we can get that in writing. We can get that on we can get that so that's known. We're Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews. You know, everybody might not be that, everybody might not claim that, but a large portion, millions of us, will be that. So we're Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews, okay? Edenic African Israelites. But to shorten it, we'll just refer to ourselves as Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews, okay? All right. So again, Israelite, a member of the ancient Hebrew nation, especially in the period from the Exodus to the Babylonian captivity, 12th to 6th century BCE, relating to the Israelites. So I just want to say shalom. May Yah bless you. May Yah keep you. May He shine His face upon you, give you peace. I hope now you kind of understand who we are. We are one, Afro-Asiatic. We are two, Shemitic. We are three, Hebrews. We are four, Israelites. And we come from what? Eden, Africa. So we are Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews, right? Edenic African Israelites, AASH, AASH, EAI, right? So AASH/EAI. So that's what I do this for a reason. I meticulously break it down like that. So us going forth, because we don't want to keep talking about who we are. We now need to start doing Zedekiah. You know, we don't have a religion, we follow Zedekiah. Zedekiah is righteousness. It's time for us to understand this, the world understand this, and now let us be the light to ourselves, to the world, and let us start following Zedekiah. You know, following the 7 feasts of Yah, you know what I'm saying? Doing the Shabbat, you know, worshiping Yah in truth and spirit, you know, following the Torah, following the Tanakh, following the Brit HaKadashah, you know what I'm saying? Doing justice, being righteous, you know, building up our families, you know what I'm saying? Getting out of poverty, building prosperity, but seeking the kingdom of Yah first. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things we need to do. We got a lot of work to do. So we don't need to be wasting time with us still trying to figure out who's who. We are Afro-Asiatic, Shemitic, Hebrew, Edenic, African Israelites. I hope that this small, now you have other teachers, you have brothers. I want to give a shout out to brother Zion Lex. I want to give a shout out to brother Divine Prospect, Ron Shields. These brothers go in. I want to also give a shout out to Yeshai, the Danite, the historian. You know, these brothers get their books, subscribe to their channels, you know what I'm saying? But these brothers, they put it on. And you have other brothers too. You have, Ron Dalton. He did from the Hebrews to Negro documentary. Get his books, get his documentary. There's, man, so many I can't name. So I'm sorry if I'm not remembering everybody. It's so much, but go forth, you know. So Hebrew to Negroes, Ron Dalton, he does a whole big documentary talking about how we are Hebrews, from those are in India, the city, people in India, right? The Habshi people in India, you have us in Africa, you know, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, all around, you know what I'm saying? You have Divine Prospect, he breaks stuff down. They have breaking down things on Sarnetta. You have Zion Lex. He goes into the Medu Netcher. I don't know if I said it right. He goes into ancient Kemet language to show who we are, to show their language, their glory as well, to show Mesopotamia, Samaria. You know what I'm saying? I'm the basic brother. I'm the brother that helps out with the basic. You know what I'm saying? I just come in and I just bring the simplicity. I just give the simplicity. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, but I also give honor to our elders, give honor to, you know, you have those that's in Dimona, you know, the African Hebrew Israelites of Dimona, you know what I'm saying? They paved the way, you know, so in the end, I know I don't want this video to be too long, but we are Afro-Asiatic Shemitic Hebrews, right? We are Edenic African Israelites. Shalom, shalom.